Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action, Fields. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Now it's Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a run with Montgomery. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run. Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Fields. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Fields. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd and goal, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Back to throw. Fields. They'll roll him out. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action. Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Fields. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. 80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down and 4. Fields over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Vikings force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Cousins on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Third and 1, here's Cousins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On second down, it's Montgomery.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made here at the 36. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Second and 9.
Now Montgomery. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10.
And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
On 3rd down, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down throw for Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense. Are you serious?
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Cousins again.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Cousins now. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now Cousins on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that returned out, and the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now, Herbert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
Offense.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Herbert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we can nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a one-score game, so not too nitpicky. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, Herbert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run for it with Montgomery.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.